Good morning. Please be seated. The meeting that you have all waited for 5 years to happen is going to happen with a slight delay of 1 year, which is only slightly longer than some airlines nowadays. So, can I have the first slide? I'm John Ioannidis, infamous because most of my research findings are false. And I would like to welcome you on behalf of the JAMA Network, BMJ, and Metrics to the 9th International Congress on Peer Review and Scientific Publication. We have 3 days of presentations of new research into peer review, all aspects of scientific publication, bias, quality of reporting, information, access, dissemination. I want to thank all of you who have contributed research and have sent in abstracts for the meeting. We have 50 podium presentations, 125 posters, and 5 invited talks. We have 502 participants. I was obsessive with getting above 500, so we made it, from 57 countries. About 70% of them are in person. I say we have a full house today, and 150 virtual. Presentation materials for all sessions, as well as in-person and virtual posters, are available throughout the meeting on the underlying hybrid meeting platform. I think it's very convenient and user-friendly. Do check it out. Refreshment breaks will be served in the foyer and the exhibit hall on this floor, and lunch is on the 2nd floor in the Vevey room. And after the last session today, please join us for a welcome reception in the foyer and exhibit hall. Next slide. This is some logistics. We have a hybrid meeting, which means that the plenary sessions are live streamed over Zoom. They're recorded and available to all participants after the meeting. As a reminder, participation should be respectful, professional, ethical, safe, welcoming, perfect. Yes. Please silence your cell phones. There's like a flight. Avoid listening to the live sessions on computers or phones while in the meeting room. This is real life now. There will be equal time for presentation of new research and discussion. We have always had that tradition in this meeting. I think we can respect that this time as well. We encourage questions, but questions can be asked in person or via chat. Be sure to identify yourself with your name and affiliation. Keep your questions brief, to the point, without lengthy explanations or speeches. We will rotate questions between the in-person and the Zoom. If there's not enough time, very likely for some very hot and debated talks, we can follow up on that, and you can post questions to the chat. If you're online, speakers can respond after the presentation. You're also welcome to share and comment via Twitter with the hashtag PRC9. Next slide. Many thanks to our sponsors and exhibitors. I have no time to read, but this shows no lack of respect. We're very, very happy that this meeting has been very well supported. Next slide, please. And also thank you to the Peer Review Congress Advisory Board members. We have had an amazing team, and I have learned from all of you working in trying to build this Congress. Next slide. Finally, I want to mention something about Drummond Rennie. Drummond Rennie is the soul of the Peer Review Congress, as you all know. He founded the Peer Review Congress in 1985, and he directed 8 consecutive every 4-year congresses from 1989 to 2017. His background, he is a nephrologist and a high-altitude physiologist, and he served as deputy editor at New England Journal of Medicine and then moved to a similar role in JAMA. He has been a staunch advocate for the quality of reporting and for exposure of bias, issues of honesty for authors, and credit for contributors, registration of trials, a champion, and transparency of science. In 2008, Drummond received the American Association for the Advancement of Science Award for Scientific Freedom and Responsibility. And the quote was, "For his career-long efforts to promote integrity in scientific research and publishing, recognizing his outspoken advocacy for the freedom of scientists to publish in the face of efforts to suppress their research. For his vision and leadership in founding and directing the Peer Review Congress, we're pleased to hold this named inaugural lecture in Drummond's honor." We have a 2-minute message from Drummond, who is, I believe, joining us from Zoom. Unfortunately, he cannot come today, but let's play the audio to hear him.
My name is Drummond Rennie, and welcome to those here and those like myself who are not quite all here. In 1985, 37 years ago, an editorial argument took place. What was the evidence for peer review? And I emerged from the argument as charged with putting on a congress on editorial peer review. Well, we at JAMA did it in 1989, and after it, people clamored for more. Very much they clamored. So we put on another. For me, it was confirmed what I already knew. The literature was abysmal and full of fake news. So this Congress was then and is now dedicated to making the biomedical literature less full of both those traits. During the next 30 years, there was a phenomenal rise in the use and competence of biostats. All of our questions could be studied, and of course, we discovered early on that the entire publication effort was bedeviled by numerous biases, gender biases, publication biases, etc. And each of these were investigated by people and presented at the congresses. With the constant support of JAMA, the Peer Review Congress was established as a success, not because we said so, you did. And so that's what I have to say. Have a very successful Congress. Goodbye.
Thank you, Drummond. I hope you're hearing us. Next slide, please.
My name is Drummond Rennie.
Oh. We can always hear Drummond multiple times. Today's topics for presentations from the podium include research on authorship, contributorship and misconduct, diversity, equity and inclusion, editorial and peer review models, and pandemic science. And today's invited talks, we have 2 inaugural lectures. This afternoon, we have the inaugural Doug Altman lecture on barriers to using research, reducing flawed, inappropriate, and poorly reported research with Paul Glasziou.